Very warm welcome back to the Sengkang Hockey Complex, where it is the Men's World League Round 1 first semi-final. It currently sees Sri Lanka beating Thailand by 2-0. The Thais have had two good opportunities, one penalty corner and an opportunity from Surasak to put it in the back of the net. And they're going straight on the offence here. But it is Sri Lanka that are leading. Surasak dances into that area and just fires it into the side netting. It looked like he just got caught there. Very dynamic opening then from the Thais as they look to get themselves back into this game. An own goal really that led to the first one. That was Yong Yut that put it past Wanchalam in goal before Anurada did ever so well to just deftly flick it and touch it over the onrushing goalkeeper to make it 2-0, almost on the stroke of half-time. So Sri Lanka looking strong here. The winner of this goes through to the final tomorrow and will face either China or Singapore. Only two qualify, so this, in essence, is a final. Sri Lanka will get themselves through to the next phase of the competition with victory here. Nice ball played down the line, but that's well read. However, they do win the hit. Taranga pulls it back. Dinesh finds Damit. Damit just dispossessed. Good defending again from the Thais. We've seen that a lot during that first half. Here's Pongsak. Just catches the knee there of Damit. Oh, that's lovely stick work there from Ishanka. Did well to beat the man, as does Taranga. Well, a mistake there from Harindra. Gifts the ball straight to the Thais. And quickly, Ariswan looking to get on with things quickly. Well back there. And good tracking back from Dinesh. Just couldn't keep it in play. Well, the Sri Lankans looking to get bodies in behind the ball. Nicely scooped forwards, but again, the skipper, ever reliable, Nalantha, is there. Advantage played. Damit that comes away with the ball. Well, they're conceding possession far too cheaply in that area there, Sri Lanka. Do, however, get to win it back. Amila. Dinesh just helps it on. Taranga. Sri Lankans just happy again just to stroke this around and probe for an opening. That's a lovely little pickup. But unfortunately, just couldn't be kept in play by Lahiru. Easily picked off by Dinesh. Taranga. Dinesh keeps possession. Harindra down the line. Nice play once more. And they know they should have done a little bit better there. A little bit of disappointment. And Arada felt he should have done better. Ball batted away into the path of Pongsak. He tries to help it on. Well defended that time again from Nalantha. Foot used on that occasion from Adeswan. So Sri Lanka can take their time to come out here. Lahiru. Lakshan. Shankar helps it on into the path of Swandran. Tharanga. Amila. Lakshan. Well dispossessed there from Nari. Nari doing ever so well. Adeswan tries to work the line. Surasak. Only one blue shirt up in advance with him. Surasak tried to find him but couldn't. Ties look to get bodies behind the ball again. Good stick work and well taken there. Ishanka taking it in his stride. Quickly they play out again. Pongsak tries to drive that forwards, looking for the run of Surasak. Surasak, who has 10 goals so far in this competition. Disappointed there that he didn't read that one. Again, Sri Lanka moving the ball well. Lahiru gets closed down quickly, but does well to scurry back and win it back. He helps it on. Amila. Tharanga. Little slip from him. Did he just roll his ankle? Well, he is down. Hopefully he's not out, because he's been bombing up and down the right hand flank there, causing all sorts of problems. And that is exactly what Sri Lanka need. Well, there is another ranking game going on at the moment, a classification match between Hong Kong and Kazakhstan. That will be to see who will finish in 5th and 6th place. And it is Hong Kong that currently lead Kazakhstan by 3 goals to 2. I'll bring you the full-time score of that one a little bit later on, a little bit later as well. Plenty more action coming from the Sengkang Hockey Complex. We have the second semi-final in this, the Hockey World League. Round 1 encounter, of course. That will be the final game of play, which is scheduled to start at 6:30. As for tomorrow, well, 6 matches in total. We'll be here streaming live from 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But early on in the morning will be the classification match for the men's, the 7th and 8th position. Vietnam, we know, finished 9th. So that will be between Brunei They'll be the ones that will be going at that one, along with Myanmar. Then we've got 3 women's games that promises so much. Thailand taking on Hong Kong. That should be an absolute belter. That game will be played before Kazakhstan take on Singapore in what could prove to be a must-win game. Thailand, of course, in the women's pool, have already qualified for round 2. Singapore, while they need to avoid defeat against Kazakhstan to get themselves through the way that things stand at the moment. Surasak couldn't get there. Lakshan. It is again. That's a lovely play from him in between the two. Skips past the third and a fourth. Gets to the byline. Does well to keep possession. Well, the goalkeeper had to come a long, long way there. And it's resulted in a penalty corner going in favour of Sri Lanka. Brilliant play, it has to be said. Lakshan driving all the way into the D, into the byline. So a chance then for the Sri Lankans to add another one. Only 5 players in and around the D, erring on the side of caution a little bit here. Not the best pace ball back, but however, it was a great strike from Ishanka, and it's resulted in a long corner. Ishanka gets on with things. Lakshan back inside. Good passing, good movement. Dinesh joining in as well. Well kept in play from Abita. He's been given a bit of an opportunity. Good stick work from Nalantha. Calmly keeps possession. Ishanka. Good stick work there from Abita. Very well played once more. And it is going to be penalty corner number 2 of this second half, their 3rd in total. So it almost worked the last time with Ishanka driving the ball goal bound. Good save though from Wantilam. What can they do this time? Good pace on the ball out. Good stop as well. Oh, that's great stick work. And a stunning strike, but an equally stunning save from Wantilam. It's a massive round of applause from the Thai ladies that are down in front of us, who are here to watch the men's team play. But Sri Lanka now growing with confidence. Nahiru just gets dispossessed. However, they win the hit. Just as we say that, we can see the other teams arriving for the game a little later on. The Singapore side has just turned up for semi-final number 2 as Lakshan fires it in, looking to get it across the face of goal. However, to no avail. So the Thais need to try and make something happen here. That's a big long looping pass. It's a lovely pass as well into the path. Variswan, who does well holding off the challenge. Well, they wanted the hit, not given. Still not as many bodies forwards as the Thais would have liked. Chakan tries to fire it back and keep possession. Well picked off by Sandaran. That's a poor pass in the end, played forwards. He knew it as well, Harindra. Here's Pongsak. The ball drilled in, and it's a nice one as well, looking for the run of Surasak. Surasak diving, trying to get the hit away, but couldn't. So again, Sri Lanka look to push on. Good stick work shown from Danish. Cross check has resulted in a yellow card for the skipper Pongsak, so Thais will be down to 10 for the next 5 minutes. A little bit of back chat there from Tanakrit. He's just getting a ticking off as well. So a real chance now for Sri Lanka to secure the dominance with another goal. However, Sandran with that touch isn't going to help matters. Big looping ball that almost takes a window out of a car in the car park on that occasion. Now that one's gone out of the whole stadium and rolling down the road. I think we can put that down to a lost ball. Lakshan keeps it moving. It is again. Nice little pass inside. Dinesh fires it into the D. Well read on that occasion, however, it did just catch the hand of Arpakorn. Taken quickly from Sri Lanka, but didn't work out for them. Again, the tireless running off the ball from Surasak. He doesn't receive it, so he's actually going to be blowing a little bit. Bodies strewn all over the place as Thais look to come away with the ball. Sataporn. Good challenge from Ishanka. Another one who's worked incredibly hard in this game. Well, it's a hit in favour of the Thais right on the edge of the D. However, not taken from the right place, so the fans not happy with the umpire on that occasion. Narit. You can see what he was trying to do. In the end, wins the long corner. Drilled forwards and easily picked off and nicely scooped forwards into the path of Damit. Well, we know he can run with the ball and he can run without it. That's great stick work as well. He has the support coming. It's coming with Asanka. Asanka finally makes it into the quarter. Lakshan. Possession kept, the ball moving as well. Sandaran helps it forwards. Lovely little turn and reverse pass as well. The little flick from Damit should really have gone in. Another good save from Wanchalam. Well, Wanchalam has been fantastic so far throughout this competition, and particularly today. Has managed to keep the scoreline right down. So halfway through the second half, still Sri Lanka that have a 2-goal advantage. They have a man advantage as well at the moment after the yellow card was shown to Pongsak. Half-time in the classification match for 5th and 6th. It's Hong Kong leading Kazakhstan by 2-0. Surasak just couldn't bring that one down. Drilled forwards, but well picked off. Well won again by Chakan. Just when they look to be in a good position, they concede possession rather cheaply. And that is all that Sri Lanka will hope for. Mistakes made by this Thai side. Good play from Harindra. Good stick work shown from Damit. Nice little reverse pass back inside as Miller thought about firing it out wide and does it the second attempt. However, a miscontrol means the Thais can pick it up. It's at the pawn. Pornsak now coming back onto the field of play after serving his time. Thailand back up to full strength. That's a big scooping ball. It's not a bad one. It's a brilliant touch as well and really well controlled. The advantage being played and almost poked home from Surasak. Surasak on the reverse. Just couldn't make the contact. The Thais have to push now the last 15 minutes. That's a poor ball played forwards though from Chakan. And it's sloppy play like that that will cost them. They have had a couple of really good opportunities throughout this match, Thailand. However, they've been able to capitalise or hit the back of the net. But on that occasion, to sit in goal, making sure that nothing transpired. Palapat. Good strong challenge, however. The hit gone in favour of Sri Lanka. And a miscontrol from Palapat again. Oh, that was a little bit sloppy from Samatep. Damit trying to dance past the challenges, couldn't dance past them all though. So Pongsak can come forwards with the ball. Urges his team to get forwards as well. Sombat. It's a good touch there from Palapat. Helped into the D. That's cool, calm defending again from Nalantha, who has been, as we said in the first half, outstanding so far throughout the game. Really leading by example, the skipper. Here he is again. Fantastic display from him. Scoops forwards into the path of Damit, who skips past one. Drives the ball into the D, just boots it away in the end from Wanchalam. Pongsak lunging, trying to keep possession. Smash forwards from Amila. However, the Thais can't get themselves out of trouble, and they're under a little bit of pressure again here now. Pongsak read that one really well. Now a chance for Surasak. Nantalan doing ever so well to win that one back. Time and space for Tanakrit to move into. Tried the reverse pass down the line. Didn't just come off though. Pongsak with a chance to fire into the D. The little touch didn't transpire or come the way that they would have liked it. I can tell you that one of the most vocal people in this whole stadium at the moment is the head coach of Thailand and the women's team I'm on about, Bai Young Wook. He's just down in front of us with the women's team and he's jumping up and down and hitting every single ball with the men and explaining things to the women's team. Really is trying to get behind the side as well as Pongsak fires it forwards, but the angle wasn't there. The runs were being made inside instead of outside. Again, just as the Thai pressure increases, Sri Lanka have a chance to use the release valve and get up the other end of the field of play. That's exactly what they do. Scoop back into the middle. A good touch there from Damit. Damit dinking, dancing. Oh, wonderful play. What a wonderful goal. Perfectly executed, but wonderfully teed up from Damit. He put it on a plate for Anuradha to get his second goal of the game. And you feel that that will see off the Thais' strong challenge this second half. But what a wonderful piece of skill from Damit. That surely will be that. Talk about playing counter-attacking hockey. That's exactly what they've done there. They've soaked up all the pressure that the Thais have thrown at them. And they've hit them on the counter. Oh, clearly you can see that Chakan thought that that was a dive. It's another yellow card though. So the Thais will go down to 5 minutes. The Thunder and Lightning is looming. There's only a fraction under 10 minutes to go here. So all concerned will be hoping that they can get this over and done with no danger to the players. Laksan keeps it simple. Amila back to Laksan. He helps it down the line. The man who scored 2 goals today, Anuradha, keeps it simple. And Sri Lanka more than happy to just pop this about now. 3-0 victory not only sees them into tomorrow's final, it also sees them into round 2 of the Men's Hockey League. It is the 2 best teams that will qualify to go through to round 2. Those will take place the 4th to the 12th of March, the 11th to the 19th of March, and the 25th to the 2nd of April in 2017. Nice ball played into the box. A good save in the end. There's actually 3 teams that will qualify for round 2. Sorry about that. So a lot will be riding on the bronze medal match tomorrow. Another opportunity for Sri Lanka. And the reverse strike was stunning from Shamika. Good save again from Wanchalam. This is some of the best hockey and the most exciting hockey we've seen throughout this tournament so far. Here comes Sri Lanka again. Lahiru helps it down the line. Well read again though. Thongsak keeps it simple, helps it forwards. Well read and well cut out though from Ishanka. Ishanka tees it up nicely, teed up again once more. Dharmitra on the outside, went for the reverse strike, and now it's all the ooze from the Sri Lankan ladies that are sitting just a little way away from us. Good effort there from Dharmith. Unfortunately, just into the side netting. Sri Lanka win it back though. A chance for the hat-trick. The reverse shot. And the Radha just couldn't find the target. He as well finds the side netting. Well won back again though from Aranada. They win the hits as well. Under 6.5 minutes to go here. It does look as though it is Sri Lanka that are going to claim themselves a spot in the final and a spot in round 2. Oh, it's given away cheaply. A chance here though. Abita wants the hit, not given. Well, the hit given eventually. The umpire just waiting to see if an advantage was there to be played. Harindra tees it up nicely. Great strike from Abita, just wide. Well, the players are being called off the field of play due to thunder and lightning. So we will have a slight delay here at the Sengkang Hockey Complex. We do apologise for that, but there is absolutely nothing we can do about the weather. We're hoping that this blows over. It does look a little bit clearer towards the left-hand side, but it has got very dark in the last 5-10 minutes. So, with the scoreline reading, Sri Lanka 3, Thailand 0, and with just under 6 minutes to go in the game, both sides pulled from the field of play. We'll resume as soon as the lightning passes by, and we're hoping that that will just be a very, very short while. Please bear with us. We will be back very, very soon. Very warm welcome back to the Sengkang Hockey Complex. We do apologise for the delay. There's not a lot we can do about the weather, so we do apologise for that as well. However, with just under 6 minutes to go, it's Sri Lanka leading Thailand by 3-0. But what we must stress at this point in time is that the most important thing is the players' safety. That is why they were withdrawn from the field of play due to the lightning that is in and around the Singapore area. So we are sure you understand that is the reason why this game has been delayed by about 20-25 minutes. So apologies there. However, we're back underway with just 5 minutes to go now. And it is Sri Lanka that are looking strong. I've managed to be talking to some officials while we've been here as well. And it's 3 teams that will qualify as the quota. Not 2 as I first was told. It's now 3. So this, as much as it's a final, guarantees the winner of this an automatic spot into round 2. And it looks as though it's going to be Thailand that will have the opportunity against either Singapore or China tomorrow to get themselves that final berth. So still plenty to play for. And you just wonder if once that second goal went in, that's why the Thais took their foot off the gas slightly, looking to save themselves a little bit for tomorrow as well. That is going to be an absolute crucial game to see who can also qualify for round 2. China, of course, are the red-hot favourites. This one, Sri Lanka have looked the better side over the full period of play. You have to say that. And Sri Lanka trying to carry on where they left off. Amila drives it into the D. It goes all the way straight through. Wanchalan just raises his foot and lets it hit the backboard. So Sri Lanka just looking to stroke this around, keep themselves happy. As mentioned, round 2 of this competition will take place in March, late March, or the beginning to the late March and early April next year. Dakar, Dublin and Taraguia in Trinidad and Tobago are the designated places that will host round 2. So, of course, that's when the bigger hitters and the higher seeded ranking teams come in. For round 2, it'll be 12th through to 20th that receive an automatic bye. That's Malaysia, South Africa, Ireland, Canada, Japan, Poland, France, Russia and Egypt. And then after that, there will be the semi-final legs that will be held in June 2017. And that's where the top 10 will automatically come into the competition as well. So Sri Lanka just happy to pop this one about. The Thais trying to get themselves going again. However, with a lengthy delay, it is going to cause problems. The penalty corner has been awarded though. Good stick work shown in and around the D, as always, from the Sri Lankans. It's the 3rd penalty corner of the half. It's their 4th over the duration of the full match. Been a little bit shy on penalty corners throughout this encounter. Just 5 in total. So a quick conflab, and we'll see what they can do. Just under 2 minutes remaining. Ball drilled out into Isanka, who tees it up nicely. A good finish. Sundaran gets on the score sheet after injecting it to the edge of the D. Thailand's misery is compounded and now complete, because it's Sri Lanka that take a 4-0 lead. Can they sneak another one? Damit looking to get round the outside. Does well. Was the contact? He felt there was. No, say the officials. The ball scooped away, but only as far as Lakshan. Lakshan inside to Amila. Amila fires it into the D, but not cleared properly. Both umpires didn't see. They'll look at each other and have a little conversation. Play continues. fans starting to trickle in now. They thought the Singapore game would be at 6:30. However, it has just been slightly delayed to 7 o'clock, that we can tell you. So the teams will be warming up as soon as this game concludes. They will be out there getting themselves ready for the match. Really good play again. And that's a cool finish from Abita. Well, we said that the misery was compounded with a fourth. That is game, set and match Sri Lanka. 4 goals for the tournament for Abita. And that is all done by the shouting, because the Thais will just hit this off. And then with 10 seconds remaining, basically the Thais have said, you have the ball and just keep it back there. And that's exactly what Sri Lanka do. They show the respect as well that the Thais just showed to them. There is the horn. So after the rain and lightning delay, this one's concluded. And it's been 2 goals in the final 5 minutes from Sri Lanka that dominated from start to finish. Thailand did have a couple of opportunities. Most importantly, though, it's Sri Lanka that advanced through to the final tomorrow. They'll play China or Singapore. That game coming up a little bit later on. But what it means is that there will be a last chance saloon for the Thais. They will play the loser of the second semi-final to see who will qualify for round 2 in the Hockey World League. But this one's finished. Sri Lanka 5, Thailand 0. It's Sri Lanka through to the final. If you're just joining us, a very warm welcome to the Sengkang Hockey Complex. We do apologise, but there has been a rain and lightning delay, which has meant that the first semi-final has overrun by about 20-25 minutes. That means that China and Singapore, who will go head-to-head to see who will win a place in the final and the opportunity to progress through to round 2 of the Hockey World League, will take place at 7 p.m. So there has been a slight delay. Please bear with us. We will be streaming all the way through, but the hit-off will start bang on 7 o'clock. Just for your information, it's Sri Lanka that defeated Thailand by 5 goals to 0. The second semi-final coming up in about 35 minutes' time.
Test. Test. 1, 2, test.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Are we going about this level? Is that okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello and a very warm welcome back to Senkang Hockey Complex. It is the second semi-final of this, the Hockey World League Round 1. The winner of this guaranteed a spot to go through to Round 2. And after speaking to the organisers a little bit earlier on, there are 3 spots up for grabs. So the loser gets a second bite of the cherry tomorrow, and the loser of this game will take on Thailand. That, we have to be real, we have to be realistic and honest, will look as though it will be Singapore, because China have absolutely demolished everything that has come in their way so far. They managed to top Pool A, and they looked very, very good in doing it, scoring 48 goals and only conceding 1. That just tells you the quality that this side does possess. And with 12 points and a plus 48 average, they thoroughly deserve the plaudits as favourites for this. The rankings are different between the two sides, obviously, but when this draw was made for the tournament, China were outside the top 20. They've managed to force themselves back into 19th place now and are ranked 6th in Asia. Singapore, they're ranked 38th, so double what China are ranked, and 10th in Asia. It should be a stroll in the park for China. However, as we've seen throughout this tournament, that isn't always the case. And when I say me, I'm joined by Nordin, of course, the former national team player and head coach and legend here of Singapore that has his own little fan club. And I think he gets embarrassed every time I say that, because everybody inside this stadium comes up and says hello to him. It is quite a simple equation. A huge game for Singapore. Is it a learning experience, or can they really try and test this Chinese side?
I think it's going to be not just learning experience playing with a top team, but I think Singapore is going to go all out to test where they stand right now. But they need to play so much better than the last few games in order to test China.
Well, they have done in spells, haven't they? We saw that against Sri Lanka. The first half against Sri Lanka, they were outstanding. They had a spell as well, didn't they, in their final group game, which they won against Myanmar. After what was a very slow, dicey start, then they got their act together. It's trying to sustain it for the full 70 minutes, isn't it?
Yes, but I don't think they can't do that anymore. If they give China a minute, I think China will score a few goals.
Well, we are just being honest, as we have witnessed and watched this competition all the way through, and China are definitely the side to beat. They shouldn't really be in this position, having to qualify for round 2, but as mentioned, their rankings slipped, which is why they have had to participate in this when the draw was made for the Hockey World League. And as mentioned, teams doing well in this tournament, their world rankings will increase and improve the next time that the rankings come out. So Singapore need to have a good showing here, and I'm sure they won't leave anything in the changing room. We do apologise for this slightly later start. We do have to say that that was due to thunder and lightning that was in the area. We had a delay of about 20-25 minutes when there was about 6 minutes left of the earlier game that saw Sri Lanka wipe the floor with Thailand by 5-0. 2 goals scored after that restart just tells you exactly all you need to know. But this one now, after the delay, will the players be mentally prepared for that? Because that delay can throw a few players.
Yes, I agree with you. Some players would will be like not prepared for the game, but I think Singapore should be okay.
Well, we know China are. They stopped their warm-up with about 10 minutes to go and have a little chat. They look ready, and you can see from their formation and the organisation that they've shown throughout this tournament, they are going to be very, very difficult to break down. Singapore fans have come out to support the national team, which is always good to see. But it is China that get us underway. Yi Wenhui is the man to do that. Straight away, trying to get a hit. Wu Jiahui, a very young Chinese side, only 3 players over the age of 22. Jaspal Singh, who's had a good tournament so far, just managing to win the hit. Scoop forwards. Enrico Maracan helps it on. There's another one of the players that's stood out, Adamanik. Been fantastic throughout this event for Singapore. However, a slight mistake from the skipper gives possession back to China, who will just look to fizz it around and get forwards at pace. The playmaker, Meng Dihao. Wu Chuahui tries to work the channel into Wang Boen. Wang Boen across the face of goal, and almost the deftest of touches, steering that into the back of the net. Yi Wenhui was at the far post, but it was Lin Changliang that just missed the first opportunity. Long corner for Singapore. It looks from the way they've started, they're not here just to make up the numbers. There is a purpose to the play. Drilled forwards. Easily cut out though. Sabri trying to get it into the D. Loose one picked up. Lin Tiangliang skips past his man, scoops it on into the path of Yu Chin. Has options inside the D, however. Very good defending from Singapore. All hands on deck. And the tracking back needed to be a good challenge there from Go Tixiang.
It's going to be interesting how the Singapore players adapt or match the Chinese speed. Chinese is very quick with the ball and very fast on the counter.
They are very astute as well with their passing. They do like to retain possession until an opportunity presents itself. As you're seeing here, them just fizzing it around all over the pitch. Meng Lei, lovely ball and a lovely touch as well from Wang Boen. Drives into the D. There's he. Good effort there. Wang following up. However, hacked away to safety, only as far as Meng Dihao. Meng Dihao shoots and wins the first penalty corner. Well, there was just an example of the pace that this Chinese side do possess. We have seen them bang goals in for fun from this position before. Wen Tieng, very much a hitter when it comes back out. It will be Yi Wenhui that will inject to the edge of the D. Singapore just been told to hurry up, so the clock stops. There's the pace. It's a good stop as well, and he's scooped forwards. It's very, very well done. Advantage played. Yi Wenhui into the middle. Dangerous though. There were two green shirts unmarked at the far post, so something that Singapore will need to address.
Yes, Singapore need to really watch for the speed and their quickness of changing the ball position.
Good ball into the channel, looking for Adamanik. Singapore quite attack-minded, playing three further forwards to try and push the Chinese back. I don't think we've seen that throughout this tournament. China pushed back as much as they have been here. The only goal they conceded was against Thailand in an 11-1 victory. But having scored all those goals, you do know that there is a threat going the other way as well. The ball's scooped forwards. Touch there from Tanyiru. Just enough. He looks to fire it into the D. Easily picked off though by Gu Qixiang. Well done from Singapore, winning it back though, but unfortunately, oh dear. A little bit of a mishap there. Faris looks as though he's okay. I think you can tell he's done that before because the stick was dropped before he hit the boards. Which of course is going to help you not hurt as much. That's a lovely touch forwards. Meng Dihao
expected, Singapore is playing very low press because they don't have the legs to run with the Chinese.
Just denying the space, but as you've seen already from this opening 6 or so minutes, the Chinese more than happy to just fizz it from side to side to probe that opening. They've used the flanks as well to look to get in behind Singapore. Little nick off the stick there, so it'll be a hit in favour of Singapore. A good start, all told, then, from the team in red. Sabri gets back on with things. Asif trying to help it forwards, loses out, so now everybody back for Singapore. Sabri reads that one well and just pushes it to safety. And well read on that occasion. Hafiz doing ever so well. Marakan wins the hit.
That was a very good trick.
Not intimidated. Can tell you that the Hong Kong-Kazakhstan game in the classification match has finished. It's Hong Kong that won by 4-3, so no goals in the second half there.
Yes, Paul, you are right. I think Singapore today playing like really there's a purpose for them to play this game, even though they know that China is stronger.
It could just be sending a little message to Thailand as well, because these two will face off tomorrow in what will be, I mean, a bigger game than the final in all realities, because the winner of that will get the third berth.
Yes, some would make some decision like to slow down this game so that they will save energy for the next one, because that is the most important one for them. So they probably a better chance to qualify rather than this game.
However, they're holding their own at the moment. They have been in China's D a couple of times. But China unable to open the door at the moment. And again, happy to just fire it round the field. Meng Dihao does well, checks back inside. Has options, drills it into the D. Jaspal is there. Long corner.
Singapore is playing well. They are actually doing very covering each other for in the half.
I think it's like we mentioned at the start. Can they keep the intensity levels up? Well played from Hafiz to win it back, and the challenge from Kendi Lee just didn't come away with the ball. Nicely helped forwards. Everybody being told to calm down. Suli Thiang was the man that won the hit. So again, China looking to encamp themselves right on the final quarter. Meng Lei drills it into the D. Well defended from Singapore. Hafiz comes away and moves it on nicely. Kendi Lee just helps it into the space as well. Ashraf chasing and closing down, however, too physical. Played forwards into Iwen Hui goes past one, gets poleaxed.
If you notice, there are a bit more free hit outside Singapore half. Singapore trying to stop them from entering the circle.
Well, they're not going to be able to help this one. Iwen Hui getting absolutely taken out, which means it's a second short corner or penalty corner. China then with a chance, but Singapore have hung on here for 10 minutes and looked okay doing it as well. Big difference in quality as well, because you can see gloves as well as hats going on, so that tells you all you need to know about this quality short corner that China have. So Iwen Hui drills it back. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. That's the set play of the tournament so far. A stunning, stunning strike from China, and really well worked off the training ground. You have to say that they do deserve the lead, but the way that it came about was quite simply breathtaking.
Yes, it's a well-taken short corner.
Well, Chang Tao-Tiu has been credited with the goal, but it was something special. The injection to the edge of the D, then the movement of the ball round the corner, and then the finish. I don't think I'm wrong in saying that is the best penalty corner that we've seen throughout the whole of this competition.
Yes, I have to agree with you.
Singapore still trying to play advanced and pushing three forwards, but all the players having to chase back when possession is lost. Here's Wang Boen, tucks it down the line, a little bit of time and space. Meng Di Hao just keeps it simple. Chang Tao-Tiu, the goal scorer, switches play. Nicely drilled in, but just flicked behind. So, long corner, China. Wan Jintiang tries to get on with things quickly. Lovely piece of footwork and skill there from Meng Lei. He wins the hit as well. The referee stopping the clock and just having a little quiet word there. Good turn, Su Lixiang. Su Lixiang twisting and turning. Couldn't create that yard that he wanted. So
Yeah,
a turnover.
Actually, the umpires were warning Tan Yiru not to raise his stick over the head.
Oh, that's really well read from Wang Boen. Wang Boen skips past the challenges, drives into the D, has options, pulls it back nice and easily. Yi Wenhui tries to force it home. Good save, but penalty corner. So questions.
Singapore having trouble to match the Chinese pace.
Well, that's what I said before. We were being honest. We knew that this was going to happen, but you still can't take anything away from the performance from Singapore so far. It has been as solid as it can be against a side that's inside the top 20 of the world. It is real good stuff from them. Good save. Suresh stayed big and strong as long as possible, but how about that for a finish? Yi Wenhui off the back stick. Stunning strike for him as well. So China have scored two absolute world-class goals, which is why they lead by 2-0. Not a lot you can do about that. I think it was the Hong Kong game that we covered, and their percentage was very, very high of conversions from the penalty corner. Already.
What Singapore need to do is to stay calm and make less mistake and to reduce the scoreline. That's the best thing I think they can do right now.
Well, I think that's why we said it's a learning curve for these boys as well. It's not every week you get to play against one of the best teams in the world. Wu Chahui drills it in. Well read, though, from Sabri. Nicely helped on into the path of Faris. Faris crosses the line, and the red shirts look to sprint forwards. However, the ball overran. China start again. Go Xiang. Nice little touch from him. Possession kept. Meng Dihao into Wang Boen. He makes his way to the edge of the D, however, closed down quickly. Not the best challenge or the cleanest challenge from Yu Qin. Singapore hit. Here's Jaspal. Just tucks it down the line and forces Meng Lei to stop that ball going forwards. Flick forwards and a little deflection off the stick of Wang Boen. However, Kendi Lee just a little bit too eager to get to the ball. Concedes the hit. Huang Jintiang slows it back down. That's a lovely ball forwards into the path of Iwen Hui. Back to front very, very quickly. Iwen Hui tries to win the short corner. Play continues. It's a good long ball played through there, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a very good ball. The last man for Singapore need to be more alert on that long ball to intercept it. And if you see, China is actually playing more to the right, down the right channel, and maybe Singapore can block the pass, the switch to the right side, so that they don't play their normal game.
Maracan tried to drill it in there. Unfortunately, Norman Teo just caught slightly static. You work on that in training about anticipation and gambling to get in at that far post area.
Yes, I think in the first place he needs to be in a ready position because he was upright and not ready for the ball. So for hockey, where the ball is, you need to be ready because he can come anytime.
Anticipation is a big thing, and gambling as well. There's a big slide, however, the loose one picked up by Abdul Hanif, but he couldn't keep it in play. China looking to pour more pressure on Singapore. Cheng Tao Chiu down the line. It's Chang again. Good stick work from him. Keeps possession. Go Xiang helps it into the D. It's a lovely little turn back from Iwen Hui. But unfortunately, Lin Qiangliang just couldn't get on the end of it. That was a lovely move.
Yeah, the move again is on the right-hand channel. So we need to block that pass. They are very good at this right side.
They are very strong with Gu Xiang and Cheng Tao Chiu. Well, the ball was lifted there from Wang Xiaowei. The umpire just indicating so. Lovely little turn. Singapore look to get on with things quickly. Here's the skipper, Maracan. 5 red shirts looking to get forwards as well. Shows that they're not just going to sit back here. They win the hit as well.
Yes, that should be it. Yeah. Do not sit back and just wait for China to score the goals.
It also just sets down a marker for Thailand, who are watching. Just says, hey, we're not afraid of this. We won't be afraid of you either. There's just a little nudge in the back, and quite rightly so. A green card shown to Hasif. Just use the stick as well as the body just to edge Iwen Hui off the ball. This is where the space is. Wu Tiahui smashed across the face of goal from Gu Xiang. Su Xiang had no chance of getting on the end of that one. Singapore try and take their time into the final 15 minutes of this first half. If you are just joining us now, thank you, but we are sorry there's been a slight delay in the game due to the lightning alerts that were in the area. It was very close, so the match was delayed by about 30 minutes. We are well underway here now, though, and as it stands, it looks like China will be advancing and going through to the final. That is, if it stays this way. Singapore have created a couple of opportunities themselves, not as clear-cut as the ones China have. What a turn that is as well from Su Kai-jun, who backhands it back in. However, to no avail. Uchahui slowly knocking the ball back. Jaspal Singh with the big scoop. Easy and comfortable for Wang Jintian. Lovely pass forwards into the path of Su Kai-jun. Drilled into the D. Nice little turn. Lin Qiangliang helps it on. Oh, it's a stunning strike out of absolutely nowhere from Su Xiang. Moving all the way away from goal, but a good save from Suresh. Good play from China. Good save from Suresh. Wang Jintian works the channel again. Su Kai-jun just unable to keep it in play, so it'll be a Singapore hit. Here's Silas. Does well to skip past the challenge. Silas still going forwards. Still Silas. Adamanik doing well. Good stick work from Adamanik, who skips past everyone. There looked like there was a foot used there. Play on, say the officials. And that's well collected and gathered by Su Kai-jun. Nicely helped forwards into the path of Su Kai-jun again. Well, that's absolutely brilliant from Sabri, who lost his stick, managed to pick it up, somehow control it, and keep possession. Silas doing well to retain the ball. Fires it across the face, a goal, and the diving lunge, not a million miles away. Adamanik coming in right at the far post, but just inches away from contact.
That was a very good play from Silas.
Nice little dribble from him. Nice work as well. Ball drilled forwards again. It's a lovely ball into the path of Su Xiang, who in turn tried to keep possession. Scooped away to safety from Sabri Yohari. Singapore can get their shape back. I don't think we've seen China rattled the way that they have been in this tournament so far. Singapore really giving a good account of themselves. Jaspal concedes possession. Ball scooped forwards. It's a lovely touch again. Su Xiang gets to the byline, pulls it back. However, solid defending again. Hacked away. Fantastic touch, though, from Meng Di Hao. The little reverse flick forwards, then the flick off the legs, however, adjudged to have come off the ground. Wang Boen doesn't agree, but it's Singapore ball. Oh, that's good stick work from Lin Qiangliang. Just laid it up into the path of Su Lixiang. Well, they're going to see another green card, though. Ong Junhong will be off the field of play for 2 minutes. Can China make the advantage count? We know they pop the ball around well. Singapore will just have to track back in, try to deny the space. Drilled into the D. Sabri wanted the hit, not given. That's really good work, though, as China get themselves down to the baseline and win another short corner.
Singapore is doing well in the defense. All of the players are coming down to help, which is good.
The only problem is that they have conceded from 2 of the 3 previous penalty corners. In open play, they've managed to quell the threat. Will they mix it up again? Or will Wang Jintiang look to hit this one forwards? Gu Hai Feng is also hanging around on the edge of that D. It is with pace. It is scoop forwards. It was raised, though. It did hit Hafiz, so an opportunity wasted for the Chinese. Jaspal drills it forwards. Adamanik, again, just not on the same wavelength. China look to build again. Gu Haifeng. Little touch from Lin Qiangliang. Yu Qin does well all the way down the baseline, however, just oversteps the mark. Hits Singapore. Well taken by Meng Lei. Well, the clock's going to stop. That's a yellow card this time. That's very, very disappointing for Singapore. Norman Teo will be off for 5 minutes. Smashed into the D. Adjudged to have hit the foot of Adamanik, according to the officials there. He doesn't agree, and neither does Suresh in goal. However, it is going to be penalty corner number 5.
Yeah, I think the ball deflected off his stick. Sometimes when you as a player, you won't feel it. But as an umpire or spectators, you can see from far the ball deflected off his stick to the legs.
Just trying to get away with that one. However, the officials have been very astute throughout this tournament and competition. They've been pretty fair as well when it comes down to the laws and the rules and the interpretations. You know exactly what you're going to get from them. So, can China add a third? A lot of pace on that ball. And that little feint there means that Chang Tao-Tiu just plays it wide. Singapore rushing off the line very quickly there to apply the pressure. Forced the shot to be taken early from Chang, which is why he pushed it wide. It's a good long ball playing. Adamanik looking to get on the end of it. Oh, there's a slip. Oh, gone are the days, Nordin, when you can look at the ground and blame the pitch because this is totally flat.
Nowadays we don't blame the ground, we blame the shoes.
Is that play from a playing point of view or a coaching point of view? Probably both.
Both, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think Singapore is playing slightly better. I think they should give slightly more longer balls instead of short passes, and they have to match Chinese in the midfield. Chinese in the midfield is very strong.
Marakan picking up the ball, running forwards, loses out on that occasion, much to the aghast of everybody in the crowd. There's the pace, real good pace as well. Lin Qianyang helps it down the line. Jaspal Singh does brilliantly well to intercept that one and strolls forwards with the ball. However, concedes possession. A big battle going on. Marakan and Meng Di Hao. Meng Di Hao wanting the hit, not given. A lovely ball into the box and a faint little touch there. Well, Suresh has had to be on his toes throughout this game, and he was once more there. Jaspal just plays that one behind Ong Jun Huang. A little bit disappointing there. Good pace shown from Wang Xiaowei. The little pullback, the little scoop forwards, and the good save. Altiwei just trying to force the issue. So Singapore can look to play again. It is long, but not as many players push forwards as a little bit earlier. It's a lovely touch out wide. Well, the ball just have hit the foot in the deep.
That was a good play, good switching play from the Chinese. It's very difficult to defend this kind of strategy where they can switch the ball with that speed of the ball is very fast and able to penetrate whenever they find an opening.
It is the ball striking as well that's so important, isn't it? Each one of them technically good players as well, Nordin. You'll see that from the way that this gets fizzed out to the edge of the D. Literally half a second, the ball's there, and before you know it, it's been set and it's already going towards goal. He Wenhui to inject. Good stop, good strike, just wide. So China wasting the opportunities when they come their way, which means that Singapore is still in this game. Little touch on. Ball fired back into the D. Wenhui concedes it though. So we're just a fraction over a minute to go. This has been a very good 35 minutes for Singapore so far. They have created one or two little problems themselves for the Chinese. China haven't capitalised on the short or penalty corners as they would have liked. And the scoreline only reads 2-0 when they've absolutely steamrolled over everything that's been in their way. Singapore will need to keep this up though for the second period as well.
Defensively, Singapore is playing well, but they need to have some strategy or plan to at least get into the circle, the Chinese circle. If not, I don't see that they score any goals.
So I think it's fair to say then that defensively they've been absolutely spot on today.
Yes, they are. That's why
There's
I was thinking maybe can they play a long ball, scoop.
there's a big mistake. Driving into the D. Now it's Faris. Faris gets to the byline. A big save, though. And an important one from Wang Hongyu. It only takes half a second, and the official on the far side there just saying, look, the ball popped up. What do you want me to do? Correct decision from the officials. Great chance for Singapore at the end. However, at half-time, they're trailing by 2-0.
Yes, I think the umpire got it right because the whistle also blown already.
So the scoreline of China 2, Singapore 0 shows a positive reflect for Singapore in the way that they've defended and approached this match. All for them to do in the second half and try and keep China at bay, because as we've seen there, 3 good opportunities they have had in front of the Chinese goal, so they have posed and asked questions themselves. The question is will China come back out in this second period and really go at Singapore? Well, we'll bring you the second half in a few minutes' time. Very warm welcome back to the Sengkang Hockey Complex, where it is the Hockey World League, the men's division. It's the semi-final, and it's semi-final number 2. Sri Lanka won a little bit earlier on against Thailand. That sees them into the final tomorrow. Who will it be that they will face? China leading Singapore by 2-0. And we've got rather a noisy bunch of Chinese fans down in front of us, as well as the Singaporean fans. It's Singapore that get us underway. And when I say us, I'm joined by Nordin here in the commentary position, the FIH instructor and former national team player and national team coach of Singapore. Nordin, very interesting straight away at the start of this second half. It's a green card that's been shown to Sukai Jun. Can Singapore dream about going forwards and nicking a goal or two?
Yes, I think by looking at the goal, just the lead, the 2-0 lead, I think Singapore will feel that they have a chance, they have a hope to score. Unless it's like 4 or 5, probably they will just try to reduce the score.
This is quite literally a final. 3 sides will progress through to round 2. So if you win this game, you're in tomorrow's final, but you will have qualified for the second phase of this competition that will be held in March and the beginning of April next year. Plenty of time for rankings to change and see what happens within that spell and that time frame. As China just launched that ball forwards, Meng Lei just looking for the run there of Su Li Xiang. Harmlessly behind though. 2 balls on the pitch means that we can't continue, so Jaspal gets rid of one of them. Sabri will get us back underway. The big scoot forwards, just looking for the run of Adamanik. Just couldn't get there.
That's what I expected second half will do. They will give maybe more aerial balls and longer balls.
Look to try and hit China on that counter-attack. Well, there's a mistake, which you don't say very often when the Chinese team's playing. Wu Tiahui just knocking it out of play as he was looking for Kang Tong Tong. Lovely skill on the far side there from Hasif. Here come China though, after they win it back. Booted clear by Suresh, not far enough. And again, he gets his stick to it that time. Held back into the middle. Jaspal just pushes it away to safety. All hands on deck for Singapore at the moment then. Well, that's going to be a card of some sort. Jaspal will receive a yellow card, so he'll be off for 5 minutes. More importantly, right at the start of this second half, it's a first penalty corner or short corner to China.
This is what Singapore don't need, because all the goals China scored by short corner. So I think this is not so good.
China are back to full strength as well after the green card was shown.
Usually for the defending short corner, they will have about 30-40 seconds to get prepared. But for this tournament, they don't really time it.
So I'll find out to the edge of the D, scoot forwards, and it's a good save again from Suresh. Kang Tong Tong trying to get on the end of it, but couldn't. Sabri with the challenge. Wanted the hit, but didn't go in favour of him. China popped the ball around again. Lovely little ball played down the line. Very intelligent play, however, well read on that occasion from Fanis. Good skill from Hafiz. It's Marakan. Marakan just having a go at his strikers there for the lack of movement. There's that scooping long ball again. As predicted, yet again, by Nordin, who's sitting alongside me. Marakan tees it up nicely out wide. And it's Singapore that win themselves the first penalty corner. Good decision from the officials because it was a good run from Faris, really attacking strongly and looking to go in the D.
Yes, really good work from the start. A long ball and Enrico passing to Faris.
So an opportunity then for Singapore to get themselves on the score sheet. Not only that, give themselves a foothold in this game. China not having it all their own way. 6 players in and around the D. It's stopped, it's drilled forwards, it's a good save. Very good from Wang Hongyu. Nice strike forwards, however, the Chinese keeper up to task. Scooped into the D, lovely turn. Marakan on the reverse shot, just over the top. And again, we said this, Singapore not here to make up the numbers and now starting to attack with more frequency as well.
Yes, and they are growing more confident now. I'm very sure this is a delaying tactics to settle down.
It looks as though the lace has come undone. Mind you, how you can see that under all the padding and how you can feel that is another question.
Yes, he's taking everything out.
Doesn't matter what sport you play, where in the world you play it. It's called professionalism in football, as I'm sure it is all over the world. Commonly known, of course, as time wasting. And just like you said, it's just killed the momentum that Singapore had going forwards there. So again, a very professional trick from the 18-year-old Wang Hongyu. Yuan Hui knocks it on, trying to look to get in the corner. A little deflection off Ong Jun Hong's stick means the leg was hit as well, so it was outside, which means China get the hits. And a big scoop going all the way back, and now Cheng Ti-Yuan is under a bit of pressure to scramble back for that ball. Singapore very disciplined defensively at the moment. That's a lovely turn in the corner again from Goh Chi Siang. Good defending once more though. There's a little bit going on off the ball there. Just noticed Chang Tao Tiu just barging into Silas. That's well read and well won back. Cheng Ti-Yuan. Short corner, just come off the leg. Well, the referee did see it. There you go. They'd be lucky if they don't both get sent off here, as in cards. There you go, green card each. Go and calm yourselves down for a couple of minutes.
Good decision. Funny that this umpire didn't see right in front of him.
I'm really pleased that I saw that. Some may say part and parcel of the game, but it's Singapore now that are down another man. Jaspal still off with that yellow card a little bit earlier. So it's 10 against 9. It's still Singapore with the disadvantage. However, time being allowed for the players to put on all the padding and the gloves, as you would expect. 6 players in and around the D. There's the stop. And it's a mistake from the Chinese, which is very rare. Cheng Ti-Yuan drives into the D. Play allowed to continue. And now the counter-attack is on. Everybody urging Maracan forwards. He has support and it comes in the shape of Hafiz. Maracan wins the hit, wants to get on with this quickly as the red shirts keep going on. Hong Chun-Hong is in there as well, just didn't find him though. Jaspal back on the field of play as well. And again, another scary moment for the Chinese, who haven't been tested like this throughout this tournament. Here's Jaspal. Just tried to scoop it through. Easily picked off, and Meng Dihao can try and just restore a bit of sanity, which is why they keep it simple. Wang Jincheng. Go Qi-Xiang. Big scoop forward from him. That's a lovely touch as well from Yi Wenhui into the side netting. What a chance that was on the counter-attack. And very quickly, I might add, from China. Oh, that's lovely skill. Really good from Sabri, who does ever so well to retain possession. Tanyiru getting urged on, as is Maracan. Tanyiru does well to rectify the situation. Maracan with a bit of time and space to drive into the D. Maracan right on the edge, gets himself in, takes the shot. No real power there with the reverse strike either. And the chance wasted once more. Are we seeing a frailty that China have? Because Singapore have gone at them, no matter what, when they're attacking. They have pushed 3 players forwards and they've tried to push them back. It's only those 2 penalty corners that separate the 2 sides. China look to go in search of a third. Everybody back on the field of play now. Smashed across into the area. And the foot used, so penalty corner for China. So Singapore will get the padding on again. And I am pretty sure that China will not make the same mistake they made at the last penalty corner. Eight in total, this number 2 of the half. 10 minutes gone here. It's a good stop. It's a good strike. And, well, penalty stroke has been awarded.
I don't think so. It can't be, because the ball is actually going out, not on target, unless it's on target.
That is why they're checking, and that's good officiating. Both of the umpires having a little chat with each other there.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, the penalty corner has been awarded, not a penalty stroke.
As if the umpire understands.
Yi Wenhui injects to the edge of the D. Good stop, and this time there's no mistake. Chang Tao-Chu fires it right into the top corner. That's his second of the game. Just like his first one, exactly the same spot. No mistakes at all from that one.
That was a good flick. It's probably a routine flick for him.
So China look to come forwards again. Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely lovely. Well done from Jaspal. He read that one extremely well there, as Yu Tian showed us the qualities and the abilities that he has. Cheng Tao-Chu just asks a little bit too much there of Go Chi-Xiang.
Full press from the Chinese team.
Everybody pushed forwards, which is why Singapore try and hurriedly get the ball away. Meng Di Hao picks it up. Meng Di Hao wanting a little bit more than the hit. That's all he's going to get, though. The ball scooped forwards, but not dealt with. However, good work in the D. Just deflected away off the foot. Another chance for China to increase their lead. Will they go the same way? He went Hui. The nice little stop. This time it's a good save from Suresh. They did exactly the same as what they did before. However, it is another short corner. China starting to heap the pressure on here now. Find out to the edge this time. They change it up again, but it's still the same result. Cheng Tao-Chu scoring again. A carbon copy of the goal that we saw earlier, with just that little pullback to put it on a plate for him. China have now doubled their first half advantage.
Yes, it was a very good dummy spin, they call it.
So we're entering about the final 20 minutes here. China well in control, as predicted and expected. Singapore starting the second half, though, like a house on fire, should really have scored. However, China keep pushing and are looking in search of more goals. Jaspal Singh doing ever so well. Tries to drive it away. Well read on that occasion from Gu Tixiang. Qing Chuan, switching play. Meng Lei fires it down the line, looking for Wang Xiaowei. He just couldn't control it with the amount of pace that was on the ball. Marakan just trying to help it back forwards into Tan Yiru. Marakan again. Long corner for Singapore. Three players hovering in and around the D. Marakan drills it in. They get the deflection and it's a lucky bounce. Adamanik turns back inside. Doesn't get away with it. China tried to go quickly. Well, the official not happy with something.
He's calling the captains.
Probably just asking them to relate to their teams to calm down a little bit. It has been a high-octo, high-tempo game. Singapore have competed well.
Yes, and it's quite good to see that Singapore team playing well under pressure.
They are, and they have created chances themselves. A little elbow off the ball there from Goh Chi Siang. The referee saw that, and him and Hanif having a go at each other. Just trying to edge in front of each other. Jaspal tries to work the corner. Adamanik does ever so well. It's a lovely turn from him. Looked to drive in the D, did just catch the foot, so the hit goes China's way. China, for the first time in a little while, slowing it down a little bit.
If you can see that Singapore has the ability to attack. Yes, that I think they have lost a bit in the midfield, the ideas.
Well, there are one or two players missing from Singapore's starting lineup, you would have to say, through injury or what have you. So it is a side that, if they are fully fit, can have a right go. Silas. Oh, a little hack out there. Advantage played in favour of China. Well picked up. Now time and space for Su Li Xiang. He helps it on. Good challenge in the middle there from Kendi Lee. However, the green shirts look to pull forwards now. Wang Boen. That's a great touch from An Jun Hong. Jaspal does well and wins the hit as well.
That was a good play because he feels that he can't match the pace, so he changed direction into the defender.
Very intelligent play just to check back across and draw the foul more than anything. Like you said, well, the Chinese officials down there are not happy with that challenge at all, but Maracan doesn't care. He's driving into the D. It's Maracan. It's Maracan. He flicks it goal bound. He had options there. All he had to do was roll it into one of his teammates to have finished that one off. Maybe slightly selfish from the captain. However, another golden opportunity for Singapore. Singapore could have had 2 or 3 goals in this game.
Yes, I think they have a strong belief with themselves as they played Malaysia in the finals, the SEA Games. That's how they played.
Well, they're going to have to play like this tomorrow if they want to progress through to the second round. I can tell you that the Thai boys are all hanging up over the sidelines there watching this game. And no matter what you say, this is sending a message. Thailand will be watching and they will be worried. China defeated them 11-1, and the Thai performance wasn't as strong or as solid as the Singapore one today. Have they finally found their rhythm in this competition, Singapore? China more than happy just to take a minute or so off the clock by stroking it about, just trying to draw Singapore out. However, they've gone very tight man for man, with Jaspal just sitting as a spare man right on the edge of the D.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Singapore is improving by the games. And today shows that they can match China if they want to.
They just have to do that performance tomorrow, because this a big step for them coming up against a side that's broken into the top 20 in the world and that are going on the search in more goals as well. Goh Chi Siang loses out. Good stick work there from Hafiz. Hafiz loses out in turn though to Yi Wen Hui. A hit going in favour of Singapore. Very close to call, but the official was right on the spot.
I'm surprised with the defense today in Singapore. Usually they give a lot of space at the back, but today is very marking very tight, and the space behind is minimal.
Well, it will please Solomon Kasuji, who's the head coach, and he now knows that the boys have laid themselves a marker, because he can look back on this performance and say, don't tell me you can't do it, because they have given a good account of themselves, and more so attacking wise in this second half than the first. But can they keep it going throughout the year and going on into the SEA Games next year? That remains to be seen, particularly as Malaysia, well, they automatically come into the competition in the next round. Jing Chi Yuan. Again, the Chinese showing respect to Singapore by just stroking it around at the back like this. And then the opportunity does come about. Jaspal doing ever so well to anticipate that and just nip in front of Yu Tien. So just under 13 minutes to go. Can Singapore get themselves probably what they deserve in this game, and that's a goal?
Yes, it would be good if they can get a goal.
China will not allow that to happen, though. Yi Wen-hui driving into the D. Yi Wen-hui again, Jaspal with the stick, and the saving stop, and a big roar as Adamani gets on the ball. Twisting and turning, loses a shoe, loses the hit as well. Was his foot trodden on, or did he just roll his ankle? And that'll be debated into the night.
He rolled his ankle, I think. But good play from Jaspal. I think for me, this tournament, he has been outstanding.
He's been pretty strong throughout this tournament in defence.
And his anticipation, reading of the game, has matured ever since SEA Games.
Adamanic being led off the field of play. A big round of applause from the fans. We've enjoyed his contribution today as well as throughout this tournament. Hopefully we'll see him tomorrow. It won't be too bad, but that foot will be straight into a bucket of ice to try and get it recovered tonight. Straight on the ultrasound. Just make sure strapped heavily tomorrow if he can get himself right. As it is, trying to get us going again. And look to work the channel. Ball fizzed in towards the D area. Yi Wen-hui shows his pace again, just darting in front of the play. Lovely little dummy as well. Yi Wen-hui wins the long corner. Good stick work there from Huang Jintian. He helps it forwards. That was well read, though, by Hanif. Good play from Singapore. Well, you could see exactly what Tan Yi-ru was doing. He was looking for that diagonal run from Norman Teo. However, he was slightly static.
Yeah, it was a very good idea, just that Norman didn't read his play.
Just a little bit too high. Fizzed in around the head of Ong Jun Hong. As Marakan, after a little breather, comes back onto the field of play. Just scoops it forwards into Timothy Goh. Timothy Goh now looking to create a problem for this Chinese defence. Marakan. Lovely little turn from him, wins the hit. Hafiz gets on with things quickly. Well, they get away with that, Singapore. There's Tanyi Ru, gets to the byline, looks to pull it back, does. Well, it was a big rush out there from Wang Hongyu in goal. And now China go on the offensive. Iwenyu just losing out. That's good play yet again from Singapore to win that one back.
There was a very good double team by Hanif and Sabri just now, and good pressure on the ball carrier.
Sabri with the big loop forwards, losing out though into the final 10 minutes now. Nicely helped on by Lin Changliang. Nice piece of skill there from Yu Chin, trying to duck in between the two challenges, wins the hit. Cheng Chi Yuan slowing it down once more. Singapore happy and content to just let them have the ball. They are just trying to draw Singapore out. Finally, Singapore look to apply a little bit of pressure, then they drop again. It is a sign of respect, that.
Maybe, but maybe, as you said, I think they want Singapore to come out first, throw them out first. Or is that they just want to rest for tomorrow?
Well, you put your reserve players on, bring all your superstars off, have a bit of a breather.
I think they don't mind finishing like this, just passing. Singapore need to do something. Someone needs to block that center pass.
Well, that's what they're doing. Now they're looking at the bench to see should they go and push further on. No is the call. Very patient there from China. Can they turn that patience into a goal? Well kept in play, flick clear. And the hit going in favour of Singapore. Six and a half minutes or so to go. China 4, Singapore 0. 4 penalty corners is what separates the two sides. As it stands, it will be a China-Sri Lanka final tomorrow. Singapore will take on Thailand for the third place in round 2 of the Hockey World League. Here's Marakan. He just helps it on. Hafiz. Hong Jong Hong, lovely skill from him.
This is what I meant just now. The midfield, they have like lack of ideas how to bring the ball forward to the D. Good skills, but the idea going forward is not much.
On the Chinese side blowing a little bit as well. They have been tested tonight. They've had a few questions asked. They have been in control though. I think you're right now. Stroke it around, save a bit of energy for tomorrow as well. No need to overexert. But it's testament to the way that Singapore have defended as a team, because they've got numbers behind and China haven't opened them up at will.
Yes, I think Singapore have been outstanding in defense. Everyone is doing their job and working hard, running back to get the ball.
Well, a big scream from the side there to Silas not to go. He's desperate to go and close down, but discipline is important. Well, the fans now not happy with the Chinese players, but who cares? They're in the final. They've earned the right to do what they want. And again, with Song Yi, who's the head coach down over there on the bench, you're not going to go against your coach's wishes or you will not play in the next game. So, players doing exactly as they're told.
I understand what you're saying, but they are 4 up. Even though they attack, if Singapore score, probably 1. So there's nothing to lose. Yeah.
I totally agree with you, but again, that word comes into play, professionalism. And this is, if they were playing Spain, if they were playing Germany, England, or Great Britain, if they were playing the Netherlands, teams like that, Australia, they would still do this if they were winning 1 or 2-0. Now the leash has been released and they can close down. This is where Singapore will have to be careful that they don't get caught. Hey, when you've earned the right, you've earned the right. And that's what China have done. They've earned the right to do exactly what they want on that field of play, leading by 4-0. Yes, it may be slightly disappointing for the fans and for the Singapore team, frustration, but it's down to China what they want to do. Not happy at all is Lin Changliang there. Now it's broken free. Yi Wenhui with an opportunity. Oh, and how about that? That is very cheeky, and that is just the cream on top of the cake. A wonderful, wonderful exhibition of skill and sheer quality from Yi Wenhui, and that's got to stand a chance of goal of the tournament, because that was just brilliant.
Wow, what a goal.
Their first goal in open play, and it's come from Singapore having to go and close down, which allowed the spaces to be created. So who's played into whose hands there then?
Maybe you're right. They should just listen to you just now.
No. I wouldn't dare dream of becoming a hockey coach. Far too much pressure. Chance here though for Singapore with the reverse strike, and the bat flick forwards, but it is going to be a penalty corner. It was a good save from Wang Hongyu though. Well, the umpire just explaining what's going on. Singapore with a chance though to get a little bit of pride. They can hold their heads up high the way that they've approached this game though, and the way that they've played it. China.
I think the goalkeeper is too good to give a direct ball. If they can do a deflection or something.
Let's see what's going to transpire. 6 at the edge. The angle changed and move. There is the move, and another brilliant save. Wang in goal with a couple of saves. However, Singapore ramping up the pressure here right at the end on this Chinese team. But boy, oh boy, doesn't this 18-year-old Wang Hongyu look good. The fans really starting to try and get behind the Singapore team. A bit of banter going on with the China fans as well. That was a good effort from Singapore as we approach the final minutes. Another good stop. This time it's directed. Another stunning save. However, the follow-up's been poked home, but it won't count. Oh, that's contentious. However, China get on with things very, very quickly. Gu Xiang cuts inside. There's something off the ball there between Norman Teo and Meng Dihao. Well, they have had the ball in the back of the net. So China will see out the last 20 minutes, but a solid performance from Singapore, their best of the competition so far, and it looks hopeful for tomorrow with that bronze medal match.
Yes, hopefully this today's game will give them some good confidence for tomorrow's game.
Well, it's exactly what they're going to need. 3, 2, 1, the clock counts down. It's a Chinese display and a Chinese performance that sees them through to the final and through to round 2. Solidity personified as Chang Tao-Tiu managed to get a hat-trick of penalty corners. Yi Wenhui with what has to be the goal of the competition. The audaciousness to just flick it up and then flick it over the head of the on-rushing Suresh was sheer class and sheer quality. China killed the game off towards the end, showed Singapore a little bit of respect by trying to suck them out and draw them onto them. They did have the ball in the back of the net, Singapore, however, it didn't count. As it is, the final scoreline here, China 5, Singapore 0. But Singapore with all to play for tomorrow against the Thais. As Thailand went down to Sri Lanka a little bit earlier, it should be a fantastic game of hockey.
Yes, it will. I think Singapore will try to go all out tomorrow and win the game.
Well, that is what we've got coming up tomorrow. Plenty of action from the Hockey World League. We've got women's action as well. The final round of games. Thailand, who are already through and have qualified, take on Hong Kong, China. Now, this is where it becomes very interesting. Kazakhstan take on Singapore a little bit later on as well. The reason it's interesting is that all 3 teams, as well as Thailand, could qualify, however the results go. So a real intriguing women's pool has panned itself out. As for the men, we do know that Singapore will take on Thailand for the bronze medal. The gold will see Sri Lanka take on China. Those 2 teams have already qualified. Who will join them? Will it be Singapore? Will it be Thailand? Find out tomorrow.